Right before, we're looking at the past tense of the verb be. Past tense of the verb be. The past tense means we use it when we're talking about something that happened and finished already, like yesterday, like last night, like last week, last month, or last year. Okay, so let's look at this first. Now, the verb be is the number one verb in English. We use it all the time. And we don't say be, we say is, are, and am. But if we're talking about something in the past, something that's finished already, then we change this to was or were. So let's look. Okay, so, of course, in English, the verb and the subject have to go together. The verb and the subject must go together. So let's look how we do it. So if the subject is I, if I'm saying yes, then I would say I was. I was in Bangkok yesterday. Okay? And if I want to say no, then I just say was not or wasn't. It's the same thing. If the subject is you, then we use were. You were, or you were not, or you weren't. Were not or weren't is the same. If the subject is he or she, one person, or it, we use was. He was, she was. Say no, was not, or wasn't. And then if the subject is plural, we or they, again we use were. We were or they were. Negative is were not, okay? Notice that if the subject is singular, one, then we're going to use was. Was goes with I, and was goes with he, she, or it. If the subject is plural, more than one, we use we or they. You can be one person, or it can be more than one. You goes with were. So, that's how we say yes. That's how we say no. We can put not, was not, or wasn't, or were not and weren't. And if we make a question, then we just put was or were at the front. So it would be was I, were you, was he, was she, was it, were we, or were they. To make a question, was or were goes at the front. But again, you must have the subject and the verb going together. Was with I, were with you, and so on. So let's look, shall we now? We're going to do. Now, student book 32 has some people, and you need to say where they were, the name of the place, on the day. When we talk about the day, we're going to use on. If you can't remember that, think about this. Here's the day, and of course on, look, is part of Monday. So remember, we use on when we talk about the day. So let's take the first one. Emma was at the supermarket on Thursday. Day Thursday we use on. Emma was at the supermarket on Thursday. Okay, so number 2, Daniel, where was Daniel? Ralph, Robbie, and Rupert. Okay, so let's put them in there. Where were they? Okay, what shops have we got? Got a bookshop, we got a toy shop, got an art gallery, and we got a park, haven't we? But nobody was there. And then we're just going to put the question at the front. Where was Ralph? Okay. If the answer is a day, the question will be when. When was Rob at the park? When was Ron at the museum? So, see if we can put those two together. On for the day, Where for a place, when for a day. On Wednesday, on Thursday, on Monday, question will be when. And then workbook 37, was or were for yes, was not, were not for no. See if the time is correct to say yes or no, was or were. Then finally at the bottom, okay, do these for you, okay? I must go with was, so I was at school yesterday morning. If you say yes, you say I was. If it's no, I was not. My parents at home yesterday afternoon. My parents, more than one, must be were. So, if yes, my parents were. If no, my parents were not. Okay? So, that's it. That's student book 32, workbook 27, using the past tense of the verb be. Was or